discuss about Hipaa security rule. The Hipaa security rule specifically outlines the national security guidelines to protect health information data created, received, maintained, or transmitted in electronic format, also known as EPHI. The security rule mainly focuses on PHI, which is maintained and transmitted in electronic format. The security rule consists of three safeguards. The first one is administrative, the second one is physical, and the third one is technical. Now coming to administrative safeguards. These are administrative actions, policies, procedures, and security measures implemented to protect EPHI and to monitor the covered entities' workforce in relation to the protection of that information. Now let us look at some examples of administrative safeguards. The first one is policies and procedures. Companies should have certain policies and procedures in place to protect EPHI. Like in the case when an employee is terminated, a company policy should clearly mention who will disable the user in the practice management software, who will receive their voicemails, will someone be given access to their emails, and who will be responsible to collect the work mobile and access cards from the terminated employee. The second one is staff training programs. When a new employee is hired, the companies should have training programs to make the new employee aware of Hipaa guidelines. And there should be a refresher training after every 3 months to 6 months. And if there are any changes to company policies and procedures, the staff should be updated about them through these training programs. Now the third one is auditing and monitoring. Every company which deals with EPHI should have a monitoring system to check login attempts and failures to the EMR, which is electronic medical records. Companies should install web filters so as to restrict access to social networking sites. And the fourth one is employee confidentiality agreement. When a new employee is hired, companies should make them sign a confidentiality agreement. Now this confidentiality agreement restricts the employee to disclose any patient-related information to anyone outside of the office premises. And if there is any breach in PHI, what measures the company will take as per the agreement. Coming to physical safeguards. This deals with the equipment and physical storage and maintenance of EPHI. This includes 4 standards. The first one is facility access controls. Physical access to buildings, rooms, and office space where EPHI is stored. Facility access includes 4 specifications. The first one is contingency plan. Companies should have a contingency plan to restore ePHI data in case of a disaster like short circuit. The next one is facility security plan. Companies should have a security plan to protect all the computer, hard drives and laptops containing ePHI from being tampered or stolen. Now the next one is access control. Companies should have procedures to validate who can do what in the premises based on their role. For example, if a candidate comes in for an interview, he will have access only till the reception. He will not be allowed onto the production floor. And the next one is maintenance records. Companies should have procedures to document repairs and modifications to the facilities. If hard drives containing ePHI have been moved from one room to another room because of maintenance work, that should be documented. Examples of facility access control include locked rooms, biometric access only for authorized employees, surveillance cameras, security guards, visitor badges, etc. Now the second one is workstation use. Employees should understand the internet policy as well as the email policy of the company. Workstation should be used for business purpose only and not for personal use. The third one is workstation security. Restrict access only to authorized users. And the fourth one is device and media control. Policies about how hardware and electronic media that contains ePHI enters or exits the facility. This includes transferring, removing, disposing, and reusing ePHI. Employees are not allowed to carry any electronic media onto the production floor, things like pen drive, flash drives, etc. Now coming to technical safeguards. It has 5 standards. The first one is access control, which prevents unauthorized persons from viewing ePHI. It has 4 specifications. The first one is unique user IDs. Everyone in the workforce is assigned a unique user ID for identification and tracking purpose. The next one is emergency access. Companies should have emergency access procedure to ePHI to obtain information in case of emergency. And the next one is automatic log off. Companies should implement electronic procedures that locks the workstation after few minutes of inactivity. The next one is encryption and decryption. Companies should implement mechanisms to encrypt and decrypt ePHI information. Now the second one is audit control. Audit report and tracking logs must be implemented to keep records of software and hardware activity in workstations containing ePHI. Now, this is done in order to check if any employee has accessed unauthorized websites or downloaded any file without permission from the IT department. Now, the third one is integrity control. Measures put in place to protect ePHI from being altered or destroyed. This is the reason the files uploaded by the doctor's office are stored in the server, which only have read-only access, and employees will not be able to alter or delete these files. Now the next one is entity authentication. Procedures to verify the credentials of the person trying to access ePHI, like user ID and passwords. Now the fifth one is transmission security. Measures taken to prevent unauthorized public access of ePHI while transmitting data. So this is the reason why the files from the doctor's office are uploaded through secure services like Dropbox and Amazon Cloud services. Thank you.